The idea that chasing something too hard can actually make it slip away is a powerful one. We often believe that a relentless pursuit is the only path to success, but what if the very act of forcing things is what creates resistance? What if the secret to achieving your goals isn't in a desperate sprint, but in a calm, confident walk? This isn't about giving up, it's about a fundamental shift in how you approach your dreams, moving from a place of struggle and force to one of trust and surrender. Think about two magnets. When they're aligned to repel, no matter how hard you push them together, they'll fly apart. You can use all your strength, and the resistance will only grow. But if you simply let them go and allow them to naturally orient themselves, they will snap together with no effort at all. Your desires work in a similar way. When you stop struggling and forcing, you allow what's meant for you to be drawn into your life effortlessly. This concept is also mirrored in nature. A gardener can constantly fuss over a plant, watering it excessively and checking its progress every minute, but it's only when they step back and trust the natural process of growth that the plant truly flourishes. Your constant intervention can actually hinder the process. The key is to provide the right conditions and then have faith that nature will do the rest. This is the power of surrendering to the natural flow of life. While you're busy chasing, you have a choice, to keep forcing things or to trust that what's meant for you will arrive in its own time. When you let go of the struggle, you begin to attract everything you desire with ease. So, how do you get there? How do you manifest your desires without obsessing, chasing, or stressing over every detail? Here are 7 powerful shifts that can change your approach to life. 1. Detach from the outcome. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is to stop being so attached to the outcome. It's natural to get caught up in the end result, landing a dream job, achieving a fitness goal, or finding a fulfilling relationship. We often believe that if we focus hard enough, we can control the result. However, the more you obsess over a specific result, the more resistance and stress you create. This fixation introduces a pressure that actually limits your ability to take calm, inspired action. True power comes from focusing on the process, your actions, and your mindset, not the outcome. When you're fixated on the result, you disconnect from the present moment. Your efforts should be rooted in the belief that your actions in the now are enough. Obsessing over the how and when introduces anxiety, causing you to live in a state of worry instead of being present and effective. When you detach from the outcome, you shift your focus to what you can control, your actions and your responses. This allows you to move through life with more clarity, confidence, and ease. This is a core tenet of Stoicism. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to, rather, wish that what happens happens as it should, and you will be happy." This wisdom reminds us that true happiness comes from accepting life as it is and trusting that everything is unfolding in its own time. To put this into practice, focus on your actions. Give your best effort to what is in front of you without getting attached to when the results will appear. Let go of perfection. Trust that what happens is meant to happen, even if it's not exactly what you pictured. Stay present. Don't get lost in anxiety about the future. Trust the process and timing of life. By embracing the journey and letting go of the need for control, you'll find that the results you desire often come naturally and effortlessly. 2. Master your mindset. Your thoughts are the blueprint of your reality. In a world full of distractions and worries, the most important thing you can control is your mindset. When you master your thoughts, you gain control over how you experience the world. A calm, focused mind has the power to attract solutions effortlessly, while a scattered, reactive mind can keep you trapped in a cycle of confusion and frustration. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring challenges, it means approaching them with clarity and purpose. How you respond to challenges defines your experience. A clear mind allows you to be more resourceful, creative, and open to opportunities. You stop reacting from a place of fear and start responding with calm, collected power, seeing solutions where others see obstacles. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Your happiness isn't dependent on your circumstances but on how you interpret them. The quality of your thoughts is the foundation upon which everything is built. If your mind is filled with doubt and negativity, it will be much harder to manifest success and peace. But if your thoughts are grounded in optimism, clarity, and focus, you'll find yourself moving toward the life you want with ease. To master your mindset. Become aware of your thoughts. Pay attention to what's running through your mind and identify negative patterns. Reframe your thinking. Instead of thinking, "This is too hard," try, "This is a challenge I'm going to overcome." Stay grounded in the present. Focus on what you can control right now to make the future less overwhelming. A calm and focused mind is your greatest asset. When you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your life, allowing opportunities and peace to flow to you naturally. 3. Trust in divine timing. It's easy to get caught up in the rush when you want something badly. We push and hurry, trying to force things to happen on our timeline. However, rushing often leads to mistakes and frustration. It's in the stillness and the waiting that the most profound changes occur. When you trust in the process, you give life the space to unfold at the right time. Everything unfolds when it's meant to. We live in a world of instant gratification, but truly important things, success, wisdom, personal growth, cannot be rushed. They need time to develop and mature. Trying to force a seed to bloom before its time will only damage it. However, if you trust in the timing of nature, you'll witness the beauty of everything coming together when it's meant to. Epictetus reminds us, no great thing is created suddenly. The things that are truly worth having require patience and persistence. You don't need to force anything, just keep showing up and doing the right things, knowing that the right opportunities will come at the right time. The universe has a way of working things out when you stop trying to control everything. To trust in divine timing. Let go of the need for control. Stop trying to force things that aren't ready. Focus on your growth. Invest in yourself and trust that opportunities will arise when you're ready for them. Be patient. Understand that everything has its time, and rushing only leads to frustration. Trusting in divine timing is an act of faith. When you release your need to rush, you create space for the right things to come to you naturally. 4. Act with purpose, not desperation. There is a significant difference between acting with purpose and acting out of desperation. Desperation often stems from a feeling that time is running out or that success is just beyond your reach. In these moments, you push and scramble for results. However, desperation repels success. When you act out of fear and urgency, you attract more frustration and confusion. True success comes from taking calm, consistent, purposeful action. Success isn't a result of force, it's the result of steady movement in the right direction. When you move with a clear purpose, you become a magnet for success, and people can sense that quiet confidence. Desperation, on the other hand, makes you appear frantic, which doesn't inspire trust or attraction. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This is the essence of purposeful action. It's about knowing who you want to become and then taking actions that align with that vision. When your actions are in sync with your inner purpose, your steps become more confident and focused. You are no longer moving from a place of desperation but from a place of deep alignment and self-belief. To act with purpose. Get clear on who you want to be. Define your values and your vision. Trust the process. Focus on taking one purposeful step at a time. Move with quiet confidence. Let go of the need to rush and trust that success will come when your actions are aligned with your purpose. Purposeful action is the key to long-term success. By moving with calm intention, you create the space for success to flow to you naturally. 5. Let go of control. In a world where we constantly try to control every outcome, situation, and person, it's easy to get caught in a cycle of worry. We worry about things we can't change and stress over what's beyond our reach. The truth is, worrying over what you can't control is wasted energy. You can't control other people's actions, the future, or even the weather. What you can control is yourself, your actions, your mindset, and your response to the world. When you focus on mastering yourself, you free yourself from the weight of trying to control everything else. The more you try to control the uncontrollable, the more stressed and overwhelmed you become. By focusing on your own growth and peace of mind, everything else falls into place. You stop wasting energy on things that don't matter and start living with more clarity and purpose. Epictetus believed that true freedom is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Freedom doesn't come from controlling the world, it comes from letting go of the need to control it. When you stop worrying about what you can't change, you create the space to live fully in what you can influence. You stop reacting out of fear and start responding with calm wisdom. To let go of control. Focus on what you can control. Your thoughts, actions, and responses. Release the need for a perfect plan. Trust that what's meant for you will unfold naturally. Embrace the unknown. Understand that life is unpredictable, and that's okay. True freedom comes from releasing the need to control everything around you. When you focus on mastering yourself, you open yourself up to peace, growth, and the natural flow of life. 6. Embody the energy of abundance. So often, we find ourselves chasing what we think we lack: more money, more success, more recognition. But the truth is, instead of chasing what's missing, you should live as if you already have it. When you embody the energy of abundance, you stop focusing on scarcity and start focusing on what's already available to you. This simple mindset shift transforms your perspective and opens you up to new opportunities. Living as if you already have what you desire shifts your entire reality. When you believe you possess the abundance you seek, you begin to act in alignment with that belief. You become more confident, focused, and receptive to opportunities. Instead of waiting for something external to make you feel abundant, you tap into your own inner sense of abundance, and this inner wealth attracts more of what you desire into your life. Epictetus famously said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." True wealth is not about accumulating things, it's about cultivating a mindset of contentment. When you embody abundance, you realize that you already have everything you need to create the life you want. This mindset shift frees you from the constant chase, allowing you to appreciate what you have and trust that more is always on its way. To embody the energy of abundance. Practice gratitude. Focus on what you already have rather than what you lack. Let go of attachment to outcomes. Trust that what's meant for you will come, and act as though it's already yours. Shift your mindset. Start living with the belief that you are already abundant and watch your reality begin to reflect that belief. True abundance comes from within. When you stop chasing what you lack and start living from a place of already having it, you shift your energy and attract everything you desire. 7. Take aligned action and let go. We often fall into the trap of doing everything we can to force results. We push, stress, and try to control the outcome, believing that if we work harder, things will happen faster. But the truth is, the more you focus on forcing things, the more resistance you create. True success comes from taking purposeful, aligned action and then letting go of the need for immediate results. When you align your actions with your purpose, you are already moving in the right direction. The key is to stay consistent, trust the process, and have patience. The results you hope for will come in their own time, and often in ways you never expected. The universe doesn't work on your timeline, it works on its own. Seneca, another great Stoic, said, "Effort and patience will achieve more than force and anxiety." The Stoics understood that effort without anxiety and patience without desperation bring greater peace and results. When you're constantly pushing and worrying, you create mental clutter that blocks your progress. But when you let go of anxiety and trust the process, the results will come naturally. To take aligned action and let go. Focus on what you can control. Take actions that align with your values and trust that the rest will fall into place. Practice patience. Understand that results take time. Release the need to control everything. Let go of the outcome and trust that what's meant for you is already on its way. Effort and patience will always yield better results than force and anxiety. Take aligned action, then let go of the rest, and watch how everything begins to unfold naturally in your favor. 8. Cultivate radical self-trust. In our pursuit of goals, we often look outward for validation and direction. We seek advice from experts, compare our progress to others, and doubt our own intuition. This external focus erodes a critical inner resource, radical self-trust. When you trust yourself, you become your own most reliable compass. You stop second-guessing your decisions and start acting from a place of deep inner knowing. Trusting yourself doesn't mean you'll never make a mistake, it means you'll trust your ability to learn from them and adapt. When you stop looking for external approval and begin listening to your inner voice, you become more resilient and confident. This confidence isn't born from arrogance, but from a quiet certainty that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. This is a form of inner surrender, letting go of the need for a perfect, infallible plan and trusting the wisdom within you. To cultivate radical self-trust. Practice listening to your intuition. Pay attention to your gut feelings and subtle nudges, and act on them. Keep your promises to yourself. Start small by committing to things like waking up on time or completing a single task, and build from there. Reflect on past successes. Remember the times you navigated challenges and trusted your own judgment. When you trust yourself completely, you move through life with a quiet power that attracts opportunities and peace. 9. Embrace imperfection and the messy middle. We often have a picture in our heads of what success looks like, a clean, linear path with no detours or mistakes. But the reality of growth is messy and non-linear. The messy middle, the period of struggle, setbacks, and confusion, is where true transformation happens. When you embrace imperfection, you free yourself from the paralyzing fear of failure and give yourself permission to be human. Perfectionism is a form of resistance, a way of chasing an unattainable ideal that keeps you from taking any action at all. It's the enemy of progress. The most successful people aren't those who never failed, but those who failed forward. They embraced their mistakes as lessons and continued moving. By accepting that your journey will have stumbles, you create a space for innovation and authentic growth. You stop forcing a perfect outcome and start appreciating the reality of your evolving path. To embrace the messy middle. Give yourself permission to be imperfect. Understand that mistakes are not failures but necessary parts of the learning process. Focus on progress, not perfection. Celebrate small wins and incremental improvements. Let go of the all or nothing mindset. Trust that even small, consistent actions will eventually lead to significant results. When you embrace imperfection, you replace the anxiety of striving for flawlessness with the joy of learning and growing. 10. Practice the art of non-doing. In a culture that glorifies constant activity, the idea of non-doing may seem counterintuitive. We've been conditioned to believe that more effort equals more results. However, sometimes the most productive thing you can do is to stop. Non-doing isn't about laziness, it's about creating space for intuition, clarity, and new opportunities to emerge. Think of it like clearing a foggy window. You can frantically rub it with your hands, but the harder you try, the more smudges you create. If you simply step back and allow the mist to settle, the window clears on its own. Non-doing is that moment of stepping back. It allows you to release the grip of control, giving your subconscious mind a chance to work on solutions and your intuition a chance to speak. This is where inspiration, creative breakthroughs, and a sense of calm often arise. To practice the art of non-doing. Schedule intentional downtime. This isn't just for rest. It's for thinking, reflecting, and just being. Pause before reacting. When faced with a challenge, resist the urge to immediately jump into action. Give yourself a moment to breathe and reflect. Release the need to fill every moment. Allow yourself to be idle without guilt. By practicing non-doing, you create a powerful space for clarity and inspiration to flow effortlessly toward you. 11. Cultivate a deep sense of inner security. Many of us chase external goals because we believe they will provide a sense of security or worthiness. We think a promotion will make us feel secure, a relationship will make us feel loved, or more money will make us feel safe. But this chase is a trap. External things can be taken away. True security is an inside job, it's a deep-seated belief that you are enough, regardless of your circumstances. When you are secure in who you are, you stop needing external validation. You no longer chase success out of a desperate need to prove your worth, but from a place of genuine passion and purpose. This shift in motivation is profound. You become a magnet for opportunities because your energy is no longer rooted in lack or desperation, but in a quiet confidence. You're not trying to become secure, you are already secure, and your actions reflect that. To cultivate a deep sense of inner security. Affirm your worthiness. Regularly remind yourself that you are valuable and enough, just as you are. Let go of comparison. Focus on your own unique path and progress. Build your inner resilience. Face small challenges and celebrate your ability to overcome them. Cultivating inner security frees you from the need to chase external validation and allows you to attract what you desire from a place of wholeness. 12. Use visualization with detachment. Visualization is a powerful tool, but it's often misunderstood. It's not about obsessing over a specific image of the future and then stressing if it doesn't manifest exactly as you pictured. The most effective visualization involves creating a vivid picture of what you want to achieve and then detaching from the outcome. The goal is to embody the feeling of having what you want, not to create a rigid blueprint that the universe must follow. When you visualize with detachment, you're sending a signal to your subconscious and the universe about your desires, but you're also saying, I trust you to bring this to me in the best way and at the right time. This combination of clarity and trust is what makes visualization so effective. You're not chasing, you're calling. You're not trying to force the universe's hand, you're opening yourself up to its guidance. To use visualization with detachment. Be specific in your visualizations. Clearly imagine what you want, but don't get fixated on the how it will arrive. Focus on the feeling. Visualize how you would feel if your desire was already a reality, the joy, the peace, the fulfillment. Release the image after you visualize. After your session, let go of the need for the image to come true exactly as you saw it. This powerful practice allows you to align your energy with your desires while maintaining a state of calm trust. 13. Surround yourself with inspiring energy. The people, environments, and content you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your energy and mindset. If you are constantly exposed to negativity, doubt, and struggle, you will find it incredibly difficult to maintain a positive and abundant mindset. Your environment acts as a mirror for your inner state. When you choose to surround yourself with inspiring energy, you are making an active choice to support your own growth and well-being. This isn't just about people. It's also about what you read, watch, and listen to. By filling your life with uplifting books, motivational podcasts, and supportive friends, you are constantly reinforcing the belief that your desires are possible. This creates a positive feedback loop where your external world supports your internal work, making it easier to attract what you want without the struggle. To surround yourself with inspiring energy. Curate your social circle. Spend more time with people who uplift, support, and inspire you. Filter your media consumption. Limit your exposure to negative news and content that makes you feel drained or anxious. Design your physical space. Create an environment that is calming, organized, and inspiring. By mindfully curating your surroundings, you create a powerful container for growth and attraction. 14. Practice gratitude for what is and what is coming. Gratitude is often seen as a simple practice, but it is one of the most powerful tools for shifting your energy from lack to abundance. When you feel a deep sense of gratitude for what you already have, you are signaling to the universe that you are in a state of abundance. You are not chasing what's missing, you are celebrating what's present. This creates a powerful energetic shift that attracts more of what you appreciate. But there is a second, equally important layer to this practice: gratitude for what is coming. This is an act of faith. By being grateful for the desires that haven't yet manifested, you are living as if they are already a reality. This isn't a fake emotion, it's a confident expectation that what is meant for you will arrive. This practice dissolves the anxiety of waiting and replaces it with a calm, joyful anticipation. To practice gratitude. Keep a gratitude journal. Write down at least 3 things you are grateful for each day. Visualize with gratitude. As you visualize your desires, do so with a feeling of deep gratitude for their arrival. Express thanks for the small things. Acknowledge the little moments of joy throughout your day. Gratitude is the language of abundance. By practicing it, you change your internal state and effortlessly attract more blessings into your life. 15. Move from a state of becoming to a state of being. Our culture is obsessed with becoming successful, becoming happy, becoming whole. This constant state of striving implies that you are currently lacking and that your happiness is always in the future. But the most powerful shift is to move from a state of becoming to a state of being. This means recognizing that you are already whole, complete, and enough in this very moment. This is not about giving up on your goals, it's about changing your relationship with them. You are no longer chasing success to feel worthy, you are pursuing your dreams from a place of inherent worthiness. When you operate from a state of being, your actions become less about proving something and more about expressing who you already are. Your work becomes an overflow of your inner peace, not a frantic effort to achieve it. This is the ultimate act of surrender, as you release the need to constantly chase a future version of yourself and instead find peace in the present. To move from becoming to being. Practice mindfulness. Focus on the present moment, acknowledging that this moment is all there is. Detach your self-worth from your achievements. Your value is inherent and not dependent on your accomplishments. Celebrate your current self. Appreciate the person you are right now, with all your strengths and imperfections. When you stop trying to become and simply be, you discover that the peace, happiness, and success you were chasing were inside you all along.